Where I am standing now in connection to the teaching, it truly feels that it reached completion. Of course, in the past, there were stages in the teaching that are complete. But that present completion is simply a high completion. I've written a small book which kind of seals this understanding of that new model of spiritual reality. If am I to summarize this teaching, it's actually quite simple. For someone who is not familiar with the teaching, of course, it still appears to be complex. But for you, after all those years, the teaching was so complicated, now it is quite simple. So to summarize it, what will be the first stage? I would still think it is the realization of the person, because without having a center in the mind, one remains fundamentally unconscious. Then we have realization of emanation consciousness and realization of me, very important. Then we have surrender to the body, which is allowing us to consciously incarnate into the body. And that is also connected to the realization of the Absolute, because Absolute allows that complete surrender. Then we have surrender to the emotional body, to that autonomic nervous system in the body, and transformation of our relationship with emotions, the main principle of which is merging with our emotions through surrender. Then we have realization of self-love or love. It's the same. And then surrender of me in consciousness to the Absolute. And then we come to the most important step, which is surrender to me, entering deeper dimension within me. I believe that pretty much summarizes the teaching as it is now. I'm sure there will be more discoveries, but the structure of it appears to be complete. And as we begin this retreat, I would like to introduce an idea. A very important idea. You have been on the spiritual path for a long, long time. Some of you 30 years. That's a long time. Half of a life, or some people, maybe less. You have been seekers. And it's time that you stop being a seeker. It's time that you graduate from being a seeker. It's time that you return to reality, that you embody reality in the true now and the true present, being simply you. As you are a seeker, it is disempowering because it creates that duality between who you are and what you want to achieve, what you want to become. There's always that quest for the beyond, for some higher experience, higher realization. And in that quest, what you forget is yourself. Not being a seeker does not mean that you will not continue your spiritual practice, because still deepening is required. But you are not seeking. You are embodying who you are with the total, absolute acceptance of who you are in the present. Stopping being a seeker is a natural outcome of realization of me. Because what is a seeker? It is me that is seeking itself. And it is me which is separated from itself. When that separation ends, you stop being a seeker, because you have found yourself. That idea, though appears simple, has very deep implications. Above all, it transforms your relationship with yourself and with your spiritual path. Totally. It's time that you stop being a beggar, begging for spiritual enlightenment. It's time that you begin to own yourself, to represent yourself, to truly become that light unto yourself. That's the meaning of it. And it is also connected to the fact that we are not praying to gods outside of us. If you wish, you can pray. It's your free will. But in the teaching, it is being just discarded as something old and fundamentally false. Because praying to outer gods is, again, disempowering you, disempowering your relationship with yourself. Still being that seeker of something beyond oneself. There is only me. When you truly understand it, it's like being struck by the lightning ball. It changes everything, shocks your system, because that system has to be shocked in order to create that opening to the ultimate empowerment of being me. As you know, the Sufi saying that there are 70,000 veils separating us from God. It's all about separation from me. God is an idea. Me, on the other hand, is a reality that you can clearly experience. It's truly astonishing to look at this reality of this earth, how everyone is separated from their me. Nobody is looking for me. Look for something outside of themselves. Or they look for spiritual transcendence, entering some state of emptiness or nirvana, or impersonal consciousness. So you see, even those who are so serious in their spiritual quests, they don't know me. And that's what's so astonishing. It is not to say that nobody realized me. There were spiritual masters that realized what they call self, which is an equivalent of me, but somehow misconstrued, misunderstood. And depersonalized. Me is very personal. Even universal me is personal in the sense that it represents a very intimate realization of oneself. It's all personal. Even primordial me is personal. So in this retreat, I would like you to take this leap of faith and stop seeking. Because if you have realized your me and you are still seeking, that is an equivalent of spiritual madness, that deep conditioning. And that sense of disempowerment and impoverishment. It's a seeking is a spirituality for those who are poor, those who lack. It's time to stop that mentality of poverty. and just be yourself. As I said, with absolute acceptance of who you are. And with the love for yourself. And that complete appreciation for who you are. It may be difficult to reconcile the fact that you are not seeking with the fact that you are still practicing. It feels like a contradiction, but it is not. You are not seeking for yourself, you are simply deepening yourself. There's a big difference. What is there to seek? Your me is already there. Not just in your consciousness, in your whole body. And in your heart. There's only me, and it is everywhere. Or the space of this whole is me. Me becoming conscious and becoming awake to itself. Universal me evolves through the personal me. Personal me is its foothold in this reality. It can look through the eyes of personal me and see this world. So this is how this world looks like. It can think through your mind, discovering how it feels to think. It can feel your emotions, discovering how it feels. How human emotions feel. It simply wants to live in this world through us, entering directly, in the most direct way, creation.